In this video, I'll show how to answer these questions based on this qualitative or categorical data using GROUPBY and PIVOTBY in Excel. I will begin by locking up the top row. Go to View, Freeze Panes, Freeze Top Row. Next, I'm going to create named columns by selecting the entire data. Go to Formula tab and click Create from Selection. I'm going to uncheck Write Columns since the column names are in the top row. Click OK. Now for the first question, how many purchases in the sample are classified as medium or small? We're working with the purchase level column, so we use equals group by. For row fields, select purchase level. For values, select purchase level again. For function, since the values are text or non-numeric, we use count A instead of count. These options in square brackets are optional, and we don't need them for this exercise. So, enter. And from the output, we have 49 medium and 39 small purchases, giving us a total of 88 purchases. Number 2. How many customers use a debit card for payment? Here, we're dealing with payment method. We again use group by, payment method for row fields, payment method for values, count A for function, enter. And we can see here that 32 customers paid with debit card. Note that we can also use pivot by here. Payment method for row fields, leave the column fields empty, payment method for values, count A for function, enter. And that produces the same result. To display the summary horizontally, we can again use pivot by. This time we will leave the row fields empty. Payment method for column fields, payment method for values, count A for function, and enter. And that gives our horizontal summary. Next, how many small purchases were made by registered customers? Here we're working with purchase level and registration status. So we can use pivot by. For row fields, let's pick registration. For column fields, purchase level. For values, we can choose any of the two variables. So let's use registration. Count A for function, enter. And we can see here that 13 small purchases were made by registered customers. Number 4. How many unregistered customers paid using a credit card? Here we're dealing with registration and payment method. Equals pivot by, registration for row, payment method for column, choose any of the two for values, count A for function, enter. And here we have 19 unregistered customers that paid with a credit card. Number 5. What percentage of all customers are unregistered and paid with a credit card? This is a follow-up question to number 4. So the percentage of all customers that are unregistered and paid with a credit card will be 19 divided by 137, or about 13.87%. Next, what percentage of credit card users made a large purchase? Since we're dealing with payment method and purchase level here, pivot by, payment method, purchase level, payment method again, count A, and enter. We see that out of the 26 credit card users, 10 made large purchases. So the fraction of credit card users with large purchases is 10 over 26, which gives about 38.46%. For number 7, how many registered customers made a medium purchase using a debit card? Here we're using all three variables. Equals pivot by, registration for row fields. For the column fields, I want to combine purchase level and payment method, so I will use H-stack and combine purchase level and payment method in the columns. For values, I can choose any of the three variables. Count A for function, enter. The result shows 12 registered customers made a medium purchase using a debit card. For number 8, what proportion of medium purchases were made by unregistered customers using debit? Again, we need all three variables here. Equals pivot by, purchase level for row fields, H stack, registration and payment for column fields, and I'll use any of them for values. Count A for function, enter. Note that I kept purchase level by itself in the rows. That makes it easy to determine the proportion of medium purchases. We see that out of the 49 medium purchases, 20 were made by unregistered customers using debit. So the required proportion is 20 over 49, which gives 40.82%. Number 9. What proportion of credit card purchases made by unregistered customers were large? So we use equals pivot by. Let's keep payment method in rows. Let's use H stack to combine registration and purchase level in columns. Payment method for values, and count A for function. Enter. We see that 6 plus 13 equals 19 credit card purchases were made by unregistered customers, and 6 of these were large purchases. Therefore, the proportion that are large is 6 divided by 19, or 31.58%. Finally, for number 10, which combination of registration status and payment method is most common among large purchases? Equals pivot by. Here, let's H stack the rows with registration and payment method. Purchase level for columns, any of the three variables for values, count A, and enter. From the output, the most frequent combination among large purchases is unregistered customers paying with cash, with 28 occurrences. And that's it. Thanks for watching.